Start with the name of Allah, who is the most merciful and the most beneficent. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm your teacher, Sarfraz Nadeem. Welcome you in virtual learning system of Pakistan International Sustaif. Welcome to class 9th. Dear students of class 9th, as you know that today we have a lecture number 13 and we have the part 4 and the last part of the topic active voice and passive voice. This is the fourth lecture about the active voice and passive voice. In first lecture, we learned about the transitive verbs, and then we learned about the direct object and indirect object. In the last lecture, we learned about the intransitive verbs, and today we are going to learn how to change interrogative sentences, negative sentences, and imperative sentence into the passive voice. Dear students, this is a very important topic, active voice and passive voice. It contains 5 numbers in the our English paper out of 75, and sometimes 1 or 2 MCQs are also coming in the annual examination about active and passive. So, dear students, you have to be very careful during the lecture, be attentive. So, let's start our lecture. Dear students, there are two kinds of the interrogative sentences. When we are going to start with the interrogative, means when we are going to start the interrogative sentences into the passive. So it is very important to learn about the interrogative sentence. There are two types of the interrogative sentences. How many, dear students? Two types of. Number one is verbal questions, and number two, question words. Verbal questions and question words. Now, verbal questions, what does it mean? Verbal questions. Verbal questions are such questions which start with verbs. Like, am I going to school? For example, if you have a sentence, a simple sentence, I am going to school, how you will change the sentence into the question, into interrogative. Like, am I going to school? Okay. Or, he is eating an apple. Is he eating an apple? So it means that is or am we are going to put before the subject, so it becomes interrogative sentence, and this is called a verbal question. Why verbal? Because it starts with verb, or the verb is going to make the sentence or question in an interrogative form. So this is called interrogative verbal questions. Number two, question words which are specific words which are only used to ask the question, like what is your name, like what, WHAT, where, which, who, whom, how. These are the such words which are only used to ask the question. So today we are going to change these sentences into the passive form, or if some passive sentence is coming, how to change it into active. So dear students, first of all, here we have that read the following sentences. Read the following sentences. Number one, active sentence we have, do the children play football? Do the children play football? This is a question mark. Why? Because it is a question. How it is a question? Because do comes before the subject children, then it becomes as a question. Now what we have to do, we have to change into the passive. As you know very well that when we have any sentence, we are going to divide it in three parts, like subject, verb, and object. So subject is the children, plays verb, and football is an object. So as you know that when we will change the active sentence to the passive, we will put football means object as a subject over here in the passive. So we put over here football. Played, the third form, played, by preposition the children, subject comes, but you know is why it's over here, because do changed, or do, if we have a do over here in active, it changed into is, or do will not be used over here in the passive. We will change the do into is. Like is, am, are, we have a helping verbs of the present tense. So we will change do into is. Is football played by the children? Not do football played by the children. If we will write do football played by children, it's wrong, because do will not use in the passive voice. So is, isn't it? Football is single, so is. Now this is present tense. Again, we have a past tense sentence. Did Ali invite you? Did Ali invite you? Now what we will do here, did will be changed into were. Why? Because did is the helping verb of the past simple. So we will change this past did into were. Were you invited by Ali? Ali is subject over here in active, it will be object in the passive. And you is object in the active, it will be subject in the passive. So were you invited? Invite is the first form. We change into third form, past participle form. Were you invited by Ali? Not, it will be wrong. Like, did you invited by Ali? It is wrong, dear students. Note, as you may have noticed, the auxiliaries like do, does, and did are not used in the passive. Do, does, and did are not used in the passive. Now, another example, dear. Have you finished the work? Have you finished the work? Which tense it is, dear students? Yes, this is present perfect tense. Present perfect tense. Have you finished the work? You can say, if you want to change the sentence into the simple, you say you have finished the work. But if we are going to make it as a question, have you finished the work? So then how to change this sentence into the passive? Has the work been finished by you? Now what are the changes? Now have changed into has, and been is extra given over here. Why? Because when we are going to change the present perfect tense, because we will put been over here. For example, if you have finished the work has been finished by you. So if it is an interrogative question, the work will be here as a subject. Has the work been finished by you? Because finished is third form over here. So same will be here in passive form, by you. Has the work been finished by you? Now we will not use do and did in the active, but we will use have and has over here in the active and passive. About notes the auxiliaries has, have, and had are used in the passive, but they change their form according to the number and person of the passive subject. Now, according to the number and look, has, why has? Because we are talking about the single, the work. Okay, so like this, if there will be any plural, we will put have, same over here, isn't it, dear students? So have and has are used in the passive, but do, does, and did will not be used over here in the passive when we will change into the passive of any question. Now, dear students, second we have a modal verbs like you can anyone cure it? Now same can will be put over there. Can it be cured? Be is added over there. What we have to add? Be. Can it be cured? Look, it is object. We make it as a subject. Be is verb and third form, and then be is over here is a helping to can, and cured is a third form. Can it be cured? Next we have, will he accept our invitation? Will he accept our invitation? Will our invitation be accepted by him? Will our invitation be accepted by him? Now what we do, dear students, will remain same because our invitation will be subject over here. Will our invitation be accepted by him? Now what is the auxiliaries can, may, will, and shall do not change their beginning position. When active voice is changed into the passive voice, it means, dear students, when we have a can or will or may or shall, they will not change their position. They will remain same over here as they are in active. But do, does, and did change their positions, but have, has, will, can, may, will not change their positions. Now, dear students, we have these were the questions which were starting with the helping verbs like is, am, are, has, have, was, were. Now we have sentences with WH, means the questions which start with WH, like whom did you laugh at? Whom did you laugh at? Now look over here. This question starts with WH, whom. Now how to change this active sentence to passive? Who was laughed at by you? Who was laughed at by you? Another sentence, who killed the snake? Who killed the snake? Now what, by whom was the snake killed? By whom was the snake killed? Dear students, many students are using like the snake was killed by whom. It is correct, but main and accurate way is this. You are supposed to be put these WH questions in front of the, or in the beginning of the sentence. Like, whom did you laugh at? Who was laughed at by you? Who killed the snake? By whom was the snake killed? Now, who changes to by whom? Now, who will change into by whom in the passive, and by whom change into the who in the passive. These both words change, like who change into by whom and by whom change into who. Next sentence we have, students. Why did he punish you? Why did he punish you? Now, did, if there is a did, it means this is a present past simple tense. It is past simple tense. So, how to change? Why were, did will not come into the passive. As I told you in the last slide, that did, if there is do, did, are, does, we will change them into was, were, is, am, are. But why will remain same. So why were you, because you is over here object, same subject. Why were you punished? Punish is the first form, we put in the third form. By him, he changed into him. Why were you punished by him? Now the question words like when, where, why, how and what do not change their beginning positions when the sentence changed from the active to the passive. Dear students, it means these words like when, where, why, who, how and what, they will not change their positions. They will remain same during the changing into the, from the active into the passive. Now, dear students, we have a negative sentence. How to change the negative sentence into the passive? It is quite easy, I think. Like, I do not like, or I don't like tea. This is active sentence. Now, same, the tea is subject over here. Now, tea is not liked by me. As I told you, do, does, did will not in the passive. We put is over here and not like in the third form by me. Tea is not liked by you. This is present simple tense. Now, she does not write the test. She does not write the test. This is active sentence. How to change? The test will be the subject. The test is, because singular, is not written by her. She will be changed into her. The test is not written by her. Number two, we have, dear students, he did not attend the function. He did not attend the function. This is past simple, dear. Here we have a do and does is present simple. Did means past tense. He did not attend the function. The function was not attended by him. The function was not attended by him. Dear students, we will not put again, as I told you, did, we will put change was over here instead of did. So did will be changed into was. The function was not attended by him. Okay, dear students, so this is all about the negative. Now we will move. Here we have, dear students, a changing an imperative sentence in the active voice to passive. Changing an imperative sentence in the active voice to passive. Now, like first of all, we must know in imperative sentence, we have the sentence are coming which are coming in command or order. Command or order. For example, you are supposed to give command to someone, bring a glass of water, get out, come here, sit down, take this, give me, go away, stand up, like this. These are the such sentences which are coming in imperative form or imperative sentence, and they are basically from the command or order sentences. Now here, dear students, we will first of all we will know what is the formation of imperative sentence into the passive. An imperative sentence in the passive voice has the following form. First, you have to put let, let, then object, then be, and then past participle, means the verb will be changed into third form, or you can say past participle form. Now, first sentence we have in active, carry it home, carry it home. Now, how to change? Now, dear students, you will definitely notice that, sir, there is no any subject. Okay, you can't say, okay, for example, I carry it home, you carry it home. You can't see over here any or no any he, she, it name or no, nothing is over there. Why? This is definitely question from the students. Dear students, why it is not over here? Because, dear students, if there is no any subject, we will consider you as a subject. You as a subject, but sometimes we will not use that by you, by me in the imperative sentence or into the order sentence. For example, carry it home, let it be carried home. Let it be carried home. For example, do it at once. Do it at once. Let it be done at once. Let it be done at once. Now, let we have put, okay, object, like here is written object. This once is object. It, now it, if the subject becomes over here, let it be done at once. Okay, open the door, let the door be open. Now look here, let we put, and the door object come over, let the door be, we put over here, and past participle of the open, opened. Open the door, let the door be opened. Through the ball, throw the ball, let the ball be thrown. Let the ball be thrown, making first we put let, then object the ball, and then be and past participle thrown. Let the ball be thrown. Now, dear students, we have, when the active voice is in the negative, the passive voice takes the form like let. Sometimes, dear students, the imperative sentence are also coming in the negative. They are in command and also in negative. What will be the formation? Let, then object, then not, then be and past participle. For example, we have, for example, do not beat the dog. Do not beat the dog. Let the dog not be beaten. Let the dog not be beaten. Here this is also, do not beat the dog. Let the dog not be beaten. Note that do is not used in the passive form, as I in the past last I told you now that do, did, and does is not used over here. So do if here in active, even we will not use over here in the passive. What we say, let the dog not be beaten. We can begin the passive sentence with you if we want to put emphasis on the person addressed to. We can begin the passive sentence with you if we want to put emphasis on the person addressed to. Dear students, now for example, as I told you now, that if we don't have a subject over here, we will consider that the you is the subject. For example, we say get out. So now get and out. There is no any subject. It means that you is subject over here. We'll say get out means you get out. Come here, you come here. Take this, you take this, means you, you will be considered as a subject in an order or in command sentence when there is no any subject present over there. Here's an example, dear students. Help me. Help me. Now, dear students, look over. There is no any subject. There's no you help me, but help me. Let me be helped. Let me be helped. Or another way you can say, you are requested to help me. You are requested to help me. Number two, learn the poem. Learn the poem. Now here, no any subject over there. So we will consider you as subject, but it can be changed in two ways. Here, as I told you, help me also can be changed into two ways. And also learn the poem can be also changed into the passive in two ways. Number one, let the poem be learned. Let the poem be learned, or you are asked to learn the poem. You are asked to learn the poem. So, dear students, second we have don't touch it. Don't touch it. Now, how to change? Let it not be touched. As I told you, do, does, did, you can never find over in passive. Look, there is no any do. So, don't touch it. It is in present. Let it not be touched, or you are warned not to touch it. This is also correct, and this is also correct. Note that the passive form has to begin with you when the object of the active verb is not mentioned. Again, note that the passive form has to begin with you when the object of the active verb is not mentioned. Now, if there is an object of active verb is not mentioned, you will consider you in both ways, object as well as subject. For example, work hard. Work hard. Now look, there is no any subject, there is no any object. Now, you work hard, Ali work hard, Ahmed work hard. We don't know that the whom is saying. So here the active verb does not have an object. There is object. No, even there is no subject, but even there is no object. So therefore the passive form should begin with you. Even never think that, sir, there is no object, how to change this, or this sentence cannot be changed, because this is order sentence command. That's why it can be changed, and you can take you as an object, like you are advised to work hard. You can never say someone work hard as an order. It is always a advice. Okay, so you are advised to work hard. Number three is get out. Get out. Now get out is always in an anger way, or always in in order or in command. So definitely here you will also take you as an object, like you are ordered to get out. You are ordered to get out. So these sentences, dear students, are always coming in imperative form, and they are in imperative. There are the command or order. These are the sentences who are called command or order sentences. So they can change like this, as I told you. Now, dear students, we have few sentences for you to change them into the passive. Number one is, did he break window? Number two, what do you want? Number three, will you teach me? Number four, how will you cross the river? And number five, when did you write the letter? Now, these are the five sentences, dear students. They are in interrogative form. Now, in five sentences, few start with the verbal question, like start with did, will, okay, and three questions start with the WH and HW, like what do you want, how will you cross the river, or when did you write the letter. So in the interrogative sentence, there are two types of the sentence, which start with the verbal and with specific words, special words, or you can say WH, or what, where, which, when. So you have to change these sentences into the passive form. And we have few sentences, they are in imperative, like order, and you have to change these sentences as well into the passive. Number one is complete the work. Number two, kill the snake. Number three, learn your lesson. Number four, help the poor. And number five, turn off the television. Turn off the television. So this is your homework, dear students. Yes, hope so okay, you understood all the topics of the active passive, transitive verbs, intransitive verbs, direct object, indirect object, and here now how to change the sentences in negative, interrogative, and imperative sentence into the passive. So, dear students, this lecture will be hopeful, beneficial for you, and you will understand this lecture and it will be good for you in future. So this is your homework, dear students, and this is all about today's lecture. See you in next lecture. Till that, Allah Hafiz.